Hey friends, over 60% of you are listening to me right now on an Apple product. iPhone, iPad, iTunes. I need your help. The truth is, Apple will make this podcast more discoverable to new listeners the more reviews it has. So I'm here asking you to take a moment and leave a review. If you've gained any value from this podcast, the greatest thing you can do for it, besides spreading the word and telling friends, is leaving a review. It's real simple. If you're on your phone, head over to my podcast page within the Apple Podcast app and leave a review. Or if you're on a computer, you can head over to my podcast page within the iTunes app. That's it. That's all I ask. And if you have other podcasts that you love, do them a favor and do the same for them. It'll make their day. Now let's get this podcast started already. Welcome to the Gary Cantrell podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another week. I appreciate your support in leaving those iTunes reviews and spreading the word because, guys, ultimately it comes down to this. I could plug my Amazon affiliate link till I'm blue in the face, Gary'sPodcast.com/Amazon. I could plug my t-shirt store till I'm blue in the face, hardworkalwayswins.com. Gary's Podcast is the code for 10% off. And yes, that could help me get a few bucks in my pocket. But more importantly, when you guys spread the word to your friends, that allows me to help more people. And that's really what I feel called to do, is help. So the more you spread the word, the more I can help. And so just keep putting the word out there. Keep letting people know about this podcast, and let's do it. Sharing this message of positivity and that there is a way to be successful without rushing and buying a bunch of crap you don't need, because that is kind of my philosophy on things. This week on the show, the topic at hand is all about squads. You know, I talk about the Hard Work Squad. That is, of course, people that go to hardworkalwayswins.com. They use that code Gary's Podcast for 10% off, and they order some cool swag, and they are inducted into the Hard Work Squad. But on a serious note, finding your squad, being around people that are supportive of you, that you are supportive of, surrounding yourself with positive people, like-minded people, and not negative people. That's what I want to talk about today, because quite frankly, there are going to be people that are going to root you on. They're going to be your biggest supporters. Some of them you've never met. That's the case for me, and we're going to talk about my personal experience because I can only draw on my own personal experience here. But we're going to talk about finding your squad, because here's the thing. When you're going on this weight loss journey, you're ultimately going at it alone. You don't have to go it alone, but I think you have to remember that if everything went to hell tomorrow and you were the last person on earth, I mean, like, you're doing this for you. You're not doing it for other people. You're not doing it for your parents. You're not doing it for your spouse. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're doing it for you. And yes, you want to be there. You want to be there for people. You want to live and be healthy and all that. But I mean, the whole point of it is your mindset is, I'm doing this for me. And the benefits of doing it for me is being around for these people. But you're not directly saying, oh, I'm doing it for this person because they're going to judge me or whatever. I think you guys know where I'm going there. So you're doing it for you. And if everything ended tomorrow and it's just you on this planet, you're still doing it for you. So I always operate on the mindset of, I'm doing this for me. But of course, it would be to my best interest to surround myself with like-minded people and to surround myself with winners and positive people. And that, my friends, is what I think you should do. So think about it. Look around you. Are you surrounded by the best people? Are you surrounded with people that support your mission? Do you support their mission? Because, folks, it's not a one-way street. I got news for you. If you're sitting over here, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, and you're not caring about the people around you, your shit is broken, okay? That's a fact. So you gotta be there for others because you want them to be there for you. You got to be mutually supportive. That's what it's all about. That's what being social is about. It's just like on social media. You know, I give people crap all the time, the ones that follow like 10 people and they want 1 million followers. Nah, man, you got to be part of the social. You got to be social with people. So the whole point is finding people that support you. And the reason why I bring this up is because I've been very fortunate in the last year and a half of having a good group of people around me. My wife, super supportive. My parents, super supportive. My father-in-law, super supportive. My Instagram pals, super supportive. People I've never met. There's also a part of this where you've got to look at the people that are not supportive, the people that are counterproductive to your overall goals and your mission. And you got to cut those people loose. And I'm going to share a story. I have had in the past people that, for whatever reason, become unsupportive. And it's one thing if there are people that have never been there. You know, you probably have, a couple hundred friends on Facebook, right? And you scroll through and maybe a handful of them at best you actually talk to. People that have never commented or looked at your weight loss stuff. That's one thing. There's no issue with that. They were never invested. They never had an investment in you. What I'm talking about specifically was I had people in the past that on day zero, before day one started, was like, dude, you're going to rock this. You got this. I got your back. You're the man. You're going to do it. I know you're going to do it. And then 6 months, 8 months later, they just disappear completely. I've had that. I had an experience with a person. This person, day one, super supportive, offering all kinds of advice. This person also was, with me on my weekly weigh-ins, high-fiving on the good days, giving me positive support on the maybe not so great days back when I was worried about the numbers. Hey, dude, that's all right, man. Next week, you got this. This person, was just there in general every day in, day out. We would also talk about other stuff too, not just weight loss. But the point is, this person was there on day one to throw in their support. And where are they now? Nowhere to be found. This is a person that I've not talked to about this topic in quite a while, several months. This person also will periodically peek in once in a blue moon when this person is aware of a milestone or something. They might peek in and pretend to be invested. But I know it's just fake. They just heard it and they felt obligated. So what did I do? How did I process that? Because obviously, from an emotional perspective, that hurts. The people that were never there, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It's okay. They got other stuff going on. It's fine. The people that were proclaiming to be on day one, ride or die, let's go, and they're nowhere to be found. Those are the problem, folks. And so I just got to cut them loose. And, does it sting? Does it hurt a little bit? Of course, especially when you think somebody's your friend. I thought this person was a friend and I found out they weren't. And I'm pretty positive that I'm not the only one here. I know it's just like the episode with my dad. I said, God, I know I can't be the only one. And then I got a flood of messages about that episode. But I felt compelled to share it because I hope that it helps somebody. Maybe you're in a similar situation. Maybe you got somebody in your life that's just cut all ties with you. They just stop showing up. And it hurts. And it makes you feel uncomfortable. But I want you to know to keep your head up. This doesn't stop the mission. It doesn't slow down the mission. You just keep rolling, because at the end of the day, you're doing this for you. It's not about what somebody else thinks about what you're doing. Don't worry about those people. If they want to hate, let them hate. If they want to be jealous, let them be jealous. Because again, that's when their shit is broken, not yours. And I felt compelled to share this because for a while it did hurt. And I've not really ever talked about it in depth like this. I've mentioned it before in passing, but it hurt. It stung a little bit, but that's okay. It doesn't stop you from getting to your goal. Because when you focus and surround yourself with the people that care, the fellow winners, your squad, you got this. You're going to win. And that's really the point. That's all I wanted to say. I don't need to do an hour to get to my point. I just got to it in about 10 minutes or so. So, in closing, find your squad. Roll with them hard. Support them like they support you. And for the people that are the vanity folks, the ones that pretend to be there when it's convenient, you just brush them off your shoulders. You don't worry about them. You just keep on moving and doing you. And that, my friends, is the key to dealing with that problem. That's how I've dealt with it, and I feel better because of it. And I feel even better now that I've shared this. So there you go. Not bad. And I got you out in about 11 minutes. You're welcome. All right, you can stop it right there, or you can listen to hardworkalwayswins.com. Not just a clothing line. More importantly, it is my mantra. I speak it, I wear it, I live it. Guys, we got all kinds of great stuff. Whether you're trying to rock some stuff for in the tail end of summer here, we got tank tops, we got t-shirts, we also got hats, we got phone cases, and back to school is around the corner, unfortunately. So you know what that means. Fall weather's coming, but don't let that get you down. Just get you a new Hard Work Always Wins hoodie or a Fight Like Hell hoodie, and you're going to be set up for success to win fall rocking this awesome hoodie. But here's the best part. If you enter my promo code Gary's Podcast at checkout, I'm taking 10% off your order. Boom. Done. That's how you're going to win right there. So hit up Gary's Podcast, Gary's Podcast in the checkout at hardworkalwayswins.com and get yourself some new clothes, folks. Rock it. Thanks for listening.